Judge, this is the case of the Hudsons.
Thank you. Okay. You all may be seated. Mr. Roberts, you filed this case before the court?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
Well, I still pay child support because our daughter goes to school. It's better for her to go to school in her area as opposed to mine. Our schools are terrible. We don't really do well over there, and her school is great over there. But I wanted kind of a reduction.
Wait a minute, when you say reduction, you're paying child support to her.
Yes.
Who does the child live with?
Me. But she goes to school with her.
It's not a... Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yes,
you all know that's not how this works, right?
Hold on tight, because today's courtroom clash is anything but ordinary. What begins as a standard child support hearing quickly spirals into a legal labyrinth filled with surprising twists and bold claims. Meet Mr. Roberts, a devoted father who is still handing over child support checks, even though his child now lives with him. Yes, you heard that right. How is that even possible? Well, that's exactly what the court, and all of us, are trying to figure out. As the testimony unfolds, pay close attention to the contradictions, the outdated paperwork, and some truly baffling legal loopholes. This case isn't just a fight over money, it's a fight for fairness. So who's going to come out on top? And more importantly, who actually deserves to? Stick with us as we unpack every angle, challenge the logic, and offer a bit of real talk along the way.
Does not live with pays child support.
Well, ma'am, originally we had an agreement with the court.
And it's your honor or judge.
I'm sorry, your honor.
Oh, go ahead.
My bad. We originally had an agreement, but she goes to night school, so our daughter lives with me.
Okay,
but she goes to her school.
That you guys have an agreement.
Yes, ma'am.
But the person that the child lives with does not pay child support. You understand that, right, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm the one that pays for her schooling.
How much is her schooling?
It's $600 a month.
$600 a month? Mm-hmm. But the child lives with him. She has needs outside of school. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
So, the child is living with you.
Yes.
You're paying for her day-to-day expenses.
Absolutely.
You're paying for her extracurricular activities, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
What are you paying for besides school?
I only pay for school and the food that she eats on a day-to-day basis.
You put food in his house?
Wait a minute. Did the judge just say what we think he said? Turns out, if you have custody of the child, you shouldn't be the one paying child support. That's like getting charged rent to live in your own home. Completely backward, right? Yet somehow, Mr. Roberts has been shelling out cash all this time, probably assuming that's just how things worked. But here's the twist. This isn't about being kind or honoring past promises. This is about the law. And by the look of it, the law hasn't exactly been on his side. So now we have to ask, should private agreements override legal standards? Or is it finally time the system caught up with common sense?
Why don't y'all just get back together?
No, that's not a good idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. She's kind of volatile. So we like each other outside of a relationship, but in a relationship, it's kind of volatile. So
okay,
yeah,
so guys, that's not how this works. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You should not be paying child support to her, and the child lives with you. Are you giving him the money back?
No.
What are you doing with the money?
I spend it on her schooling. And
you spend it on what?
Using it to pay for her schooling.
To pay for her school, but she does not live with you. You know what? How much money you make a year?
I make $50,000 a year.
Wait, hold up.
Did I say something wrong?
I didn't know you had a job.
What do you mean, hold up?
I didn't know she had a job.
The classic fix-it suggestion makes its way into the courtroom. Why don't you two just get back together? It's a tale as old as time, and just as flawed. But Mr. Roberts isn't having any of it. He shuts that idea down immediately, making it crystal clear that the relationship is anything but stable. Translation? Getting back together would be like throwing gasoline on a fire. Sure, none of this is easy. But forcing a reunion just to solve financial problems? That's not love. That's a ticking time bomb.
Just started
See,
working.
you're coming in here playing these games. Look, we're not here to play games, okay? He should have known that you were working. And you should not be taking money away from him, and you have a job and you're making how much?
I'm making $50,000 a year.
$50,000 a year? You know what? You think it's a game.
In all honesty, Judge, I
In all
just started
honesty,
working.
you think it's a game. That's not cute. And this is not funny. This is a serious matter. This man is paying child support for a child who lives with him. He has to pay extra money for his expenses and everything. You understand that? So you have a 2-bedroom home or
Yes, ma'am.
apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
He has to get an extra bedroom. That's extra money that he could be saving. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Electricity be all the other expenses. They're increasing. While you're sitting on $50,000 a year. Okay. So, based on the calculation I have here, have your gross at $4,166.67. Brings your net down to $3,266.81. How many children do you have, ma'am?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. That's going to be based on 20%. So child support is $653.37. You can close your mouth. It's okay. You're getting $600 right now from him, and you make $50,000 a year. Who pays health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$150.
$150. How often are you paid?
I get paid every 2 weeks, ma'am.
Okay. So for the child only, it's $150?
Yes, ma'am.
You do understand that a part of the child support obligation is...
Hold up. She's employed. And not just pulling in spare change. She's earning $150,000 a year. That's the moment the judge officially hits his breaking point. And honestly, who could blame him? How do you forget to mention a full-time income in a child support case? This isn't pretend money. We're talking real dollars, while the father is already carrying the bulk of the responsibility. If honesty is supposed to be the foundation of any courtroom, this feels like a complete breach of trust. So here's the real question. Should parents who hide their income face legal consequences? Because right now, none of this adds up.
Understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you, ma'am, will be paying $653.37 plus $150 as medical reimbursement for the child, which brings your monthly obligation to $803.30.
And just like that, the gavel drops and financial justice finally steps in. After all the back and forth, the numbers speak loud and clear. She now owes him $83.37 a month. The roles have officially reversed. And judging by her stunned silence, the reality just hit hard. It's one thing to receive money, but having to pay it back? That's a whole different story. At the end of the day, fairness has to flow in both directions. The law isn't one-sided. But here's a thought. Should past overpayments be considered when recalculating support? Drop your take, because this debate is far from over.
Close your mouth, because that's what it's going to be.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any other questions? Anything else pertaining to the child? We're not here to play games, ma'am. You need to do what's right by him as well as by your child. Everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And there you have it. Justice delivered loud and clear. The court didn't just make a ruling. It made a statement. If you have custody, you shouldn't be the one paying child support. And if you're earning $50,000 a year, transparency isn't optional. It's the law. The big takeaway? Keep your finances honest and your paperwork airtight. Because when it comes to the courtroom, there's no room for guesswork or games. So what's your take? Was this a fair outcome, or would you have ruled differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you love digging into real legal drama, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. We've got plenty more jaw-dropping cases coming your way. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed.